Welcome, everybody. This is a gold forecast for week commencing the 6th of July to the 10th of July. So that's week commencing 6th of July to 10th of July. Okay, so let's summarize what we said last week. Now I'm looking at gold. I'm actually on the futures chart this week. And normally I just use different Forex charts. And last week I said because the week before, so as you know, I'm bearish, right? So I'm bearish. As long as we stay below this moving average, this red line right here, we stay below it, I am bearish. That means I'm looking for a bearish setup. So 2 weeks ago, I said I was looking for momentum downside, and I gave my reasons why. Now, this is video number 8, I think, number 8. So what it means is there's only 8 videos if you want to watch the playlist. However, my promise is don't worry, I'll try and explain as much as I can in this video, just in case this is the first video you are watching. So last week I said I was looking for, so 2 weeks ago, I was looking for momentum downside. We didn't get it. We had a very indecisive week. And I said because of that last week, that this week, so by the way, I'm recording this on a Friday. Normally I record this on a Sunday. So we market is closed. So this week, what I said was we are probably going to retrace up to get more momentum, right? So basically take out liquidity, get momentum. And we're going to retrace probably back to this moving average. Okay, so now I'm going to put on my lipstick, bring the star of the show. So these levels are called auction levels, these lines. So I'm manually drawing them on. And as you know, we use auction levels here to do a forecast. Don't worry, don't worry. If you don't know what they are, I will explain. So that was last week, and that's what we've done. We've just retraced all the way back to the moving average. So remember, I am bearish. That means any move up is just an opportunity to sell. So let me just sort of get everyone up to speed. As a trader, or as traders in general, there are two things. There could be more than two, but there's two general things we're always trying to do. The first is understand where a trade will take place. Where? So think of that as a location. And the second part is when that trade will take place. So think of that as your timing or your models, okay, your structures or sequences or price mechanics. These videos, so these forecast videos are only focused on the first part, which is the location, the when. Now, how do I do that? See, I do that using these levels that I draw on. They're called auction levels. So now these are just invisible lines on the chart, okay, just invisible lines on the chart that act like support and resistance. Very similar, okay, so just a line, support and resistance. Now, what I used to do in the olden days is I will manually just draw on the line based on touch points. That's it. Touch points, draw a line. But I wanted to be more consistent. So what I did was I created an internal, so this is not publicly available, a tool called the auction, it's called AMM. Basically, it's auction levels. It's a little bit more to touch points, but I'm just simplifying it. And effectively, what it does, it does it automatically for me and just standardizes it. That standardizes the lines regardless of what chart I'm looking at and what time frame. Well, actually, I think I only created it for the daily time frame, but it doesn't matter what chart I'm looking at. So I'll show it to you real quick. So if I switch it on, it's a bit messy, but it's just these gray lines. All right, that's it. So what I'm going to do is take it off just so it's less messy, and I just manually just put the line in. Okay, so auction levels. Think of auction levels like PD arrays. I'm not saying they are PD arrays. Please, I'm not saying they are PD arrays. I'm saying think of them like a PD array. They behave in the same way. Price is simply moving from one auction level to the next. That's it. Okay. Auction levels are non-directional. That means they have no directional bias. So PD arrays, you can say, oh, this is a bearish PD array, or this is a bullish PD array. Auction levels don't work like this. They're just levels. So they are levels where buyers and sellers come together and effectively do battle. So when price goes into these auction levels, remember, I use auction levels to enter and exit trades. If price is kind of in between, I don't really do anything, right? So my mindset activates from location. So that's what I'm looking for. And once I have location, then I'm looking for activation. Is it the when? Okay. So that's what my mindset is doing. So hopefully I've summarized what auction levels are. Simply levels on the chart, price is moving from one auction level to the next. So let's talk about next week. Let's talk about my expectation for next week. I am still bearish. That means anytime price moves up, which it has, where is it going to? This auction level. See? Right here. I told, oops, missed it. And I told you that um, and this was just a personal opinion. I said that once price goes up, simply because we lacked momentum. Oh, look, I got that perfectly. Simply because we lacked momentum, we needed sort of firepower. And the moving average gives us that firepower. Okay. So it's like a secondary dynamic auction level. We are now tapping into that moving average and the auction level. So what are we looking for? What's the expectation? When price goes to an auction level, it can only do one of three things. Four, but basically one of three things. Obviously, it can just run through it and ignore it, but we don't count that because it's just basically it's just seeking the next auction level. So when price is going to an auction level, our expectation is it's either going to reverse. So I'm talking aggressive action. It's going to continue, so just keep expanding in the same direction. But normally, what it'll do is it'll go to the auction level, bump up a little bit, and then continue. And the third thing, it's going to plateau. I'm not sure, I'm trying to change that word. Basically, plateauing. And plateauing could be consolidation, churning, seek and destroy, or one of those stupid type of retracements where it's so non-directional, right? Two steps forward, one step back, that kind of thing. So that's what we're expecting. Now remember, everything is driven by your bias. Your bias. Without bias, this is useless. So I am bearish. I exited my entry, I think last week or 2 weeks ago. Can't remember now. I'm losing track of time. But when we got to this level, I exited the trade. Now I said I'm going to wait for price to get back to an auction level. We're now at that auction level. I don't have a trade yet, um, simply because I haven't seen anything that would activate it yet. Okay, so my mindset for next week has moved from location to basically activation, right? To when. That's it, because we're at the auction level. How do I know which auction level will hold? I don't. I don't. I simply treat the next auction level, so the one above me, if I'm bearish, as the one I want to concentrate on. Until that is violated, I just focus on that next auction level. Okay. So if you are bullish overall, let's say you're bullish for whatever reason. Now I'm not going to be bullish until price closes above this moving average and stays there. But if you are bullish, the next auction level um, is around this 4,000. Let's just say 4,500. So I'm using a futures chart. So just bear in mind if you're using a forex chart, this might be different. And every forex chart gives you slightly different numbers because different broker data. Um, So remember, the auction levels are automatic and they're just based on data they get for that specific broker. So if you're bullish, that's the next major auction level. Major. Okay, so there may be minor levels between current price and above us. But if you're bearish, of course, we still have this 4,900 level that we're potentially going to go back to. But below us, okay, let's do this. So this is the first major one. This is the 8,000, 3,008. Let's just say 850, 870, right? So 850, 870, that level. So I've deleted all the other ones. Again, just to make the chart cleaner for you guys. Okay. Now, finally, if you haven't seen my other videos, that my ultimate target for 2026 is 3,500, which is right here. And I explained that is just a fib level. So if you take the high, the low, extend it, that's the 161, and that overlaps with an auction level. So if I switch that back on, not sure if I've got the levels on there. No, I don't. I can increase the number of levels. There we go. It's a bit messy, but um, it's a bit messy. You have to keep increasing those levels. Okay, so right here. Okay, so around this level, we've got this auction level just below it. Okay, there's one you can see just below it. Right, there's an auction level. Now let me zoom in a little bit. You can see we've got this consolidation area. This is kind of the round number to the auction, to this main auction level right here. Okay, but I want to show you something. Right here, there's another auction level. Right at this 3,500. It's tiny, you can't see it, but it's right here. So we've got this one, and then we've got this one. So this one I'll consider minor level. This is the major one. This is why I have that 3,500. It overlaps with the auction level, and it's also a fib extension. Okay, from the high to this low right here. So hopefully there you have it. It's a bit of a longer video this week. Hopefully you got some insight, guys. There's only 8 videos. You can watch the playlist. I am hoping to do this for the whole year, so it'll be nice if you just show me some love, I guess. Let me know if there's something specific you want me to cover, and I should answer one question I know someone asked, which is um, around the prices, around the actual opening price, closing price. So these are all forecasts. These are not predictions. I don't know when prices will open. I don't know where they'll close. I am simply basing forecasts based on my bias. So if my bias is bearish, my expectation is I expect a bearish candle for the week. If my bias is bullish, my expectation is a bullish candle for the week. Now, I cannot forecast indecisive candles. Okay, that's the market's sort of playing card, right? The house rules. House rules is indecision candles. Okay, for us, we just say bullish, bearish, right? But a house can give you an indecisive, which basically means both sides kind of win. But that's it. It's just a forecast, not a prediction. All right. So again, I am bearish. That's what you start with, your bias, and then you overlay that with the price mechanics. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.